Unemployment is at its highest rate since the Great Depression. In-person learning at schools and colleges is canceled, and entire industries have changed in just a few months. Life as we know it has completely changed, and we are still getting used to a new normal in 2020. But what if you're a high school student? As the world has changed, you're probably adjusting your plans beyond graduation, and you might even be afraid about what comes next. Well, you're not alone. But where can you turn to? And how can you find a path forward when every door seems to be closing? Destinations Career Academy is here to support you along your journey to finding a lifelong career. And it's time to consider a career pathway in healthcare. Think about it. While the field is obviously in the news because of the COVID-19 pandemic, there's more to healthcare than putting on scrubs and working in a hospital straight off of the Grey's Anatomy set. In fact, if anything, the spotlight on this industry right now is highlighting just how broad of a field healthcare truly is. And there are some things that'll surprise you about it, and it'll show you why now is the perfect time to consider a career in this field. And quickly, before we dive in, I want to remind you that if you're not already subscribed, be sure to tap the red button and subscribe to our channel. Both here and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, we'll be showing you the career options that you have and that one size doesn't fit all for future plans. Now, let's explore the 5 reasons why a career in healthcare is pandemic-proof and why now is the time to find your future career in it. Number 1, job security. When's the last time you turned on the news or opened Twitter in the morning to check your feed and came across an article about how many people are unemployed? It seems like the number is constantly growing and it's leaving many disenfranchised towards future career fields and employers. Sure, the pandemic is an anomaly. Who would have expected we'd be dealing with this? But there were already rapid shifts in the workforce, and there are some jobs that are even pandemic-proof and will see major growth in the years to come. One of the fastest growing industries in the United States is healthcare. Before the pandemic began, there was already a major demand for healthcare workers. According to a 2019 survey by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the healthcare and social assistance sector was projected to have the fastest annual employment growth rate at 1.6% a year. Doesn't sound like a lot to you? Well, that is 3.4 million jobs a year. In some states, including California, Texas, New Jersey, and South Carolina, are projected to have a shortage of nurses by 2030. And some states even already face a shortage. Additionally, a recent survey by Burning Glass Technologies, a data analytics company that looks at job trends, projected that healthcare is one of the most undersupplied roles, with at least 15% more openings than available workers. Now, this definitely doesn't sound like a career field that'll be closing or even lacking open positions anytime soon. Sure, knowing that the industry is secure is helpful, but what else helps motivate you? Sure, money doesn't hurt, and that leads us to reason number 2, the high pay in the healthcare field. And I'm not just talking about surgeons and anesthesiologists. Healthcare workers at all levels have the potential to earn salaries that are higher than the national average. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, in May 2019, the median annual wage for healthcare practitioners in technical occupations such as registered nurses, physicians, and surgeons was $68,190. This is well above the average median wage for all occupations, which was $39,810. In 2018, 9 out of the top 10 highest paying occupations by median pay belong to positions in the medical field. The other one is the chief executive officer, and I'm sure you could work your way to that in healthcare. Now you might be thinking, this is great. This is a pandemic-proof career with a high salary, but there's just one issue. I'm not Meredith Grey. And that's fine. You don't have to spend the day in scrubs performing life-saving surgeries to be in this field. And that brings us to reason number 3. One of the beauties of healthcare is that there are many paths to choose from. Sure, you might want to be a dentist, or work with animals as a veterinarian, a nurse working in a children's hospital, or even a scrub up in the OR. But there's also a world of healthcare where you're further distanced from the patients. In fact, you might be surprised to learn that there are jobs in the healthcare field that are office jobs. Hollywood portrays the field as only being doctors and nurses, but there's a whole supporting industry in healthcare to keep the field afloat. There is a wide range of options available for you based on your interests. Data analysts and data scientists, veterinarian, pharmacists, training and simulation designers, billing and coding specialists, physical therapists, nutritionists, and so many more. As we're all home and socially distant, it's easy to feel lonely. But when you're in school and pursuing a career in healthcare, there are plenty of opportunities to get involved with others who have similar interests. And that brings us to number 4, unique opportunities beyond the classroom. One example is the Health Occupation Students of America. Schools across the country have chapters at their school which provide students with career readiness education that helps set them up for success. They also have the opportunity to engage and interact with students who are also interested in this field. As schools across the country moved online, so did many of these clubs, allowing students to keep their connection. Beyond clubs, there are plenty of ways to get a head start with the unique opportunities that this field provides. And that brings me to my last point. Number 5, you might be surprised how much of an impact you can make on others with a career in healthcare. Several studies have found that up to 45% of the Gen Z population wants a career where they can make a positive difference in the world. What better place to make an impact than a field where you can improve the health of individuals around the world? Sure, we see healthcare heroes on the front lines right now during the COVID-19 pandemic, and they certainly have no easy job. They're working tirelessly in hospitals to care for those who are sick, along with research labs around the world where they're racing to find a cure. Even when we're not in a pandemic, healthcare professionals have the ability to make an impact on others, and this results in a high rate of job satisfaction. A recent survey by CNBC found that 87% of healthcare and pharmaceutical workers were likely to report overall satisfaction within their role. Sure, the money and job security are great, but many people, especially Gen Z, prefer jobs where they can make a positive impact and find meaning in the work they do. And when you combine the two, well, that's just an opportunity that you shouldn't pass up. So you may be thinking, but I'm just in high school. How do I get started? Well, now's the perfect time to begin your journey, and Destinations Career Academy is a solution that can help you get it done. Destinations Career Academy provides a true, dedicated online education solution that provides students with career readiness education led by experts in virtual learning. Career readiness education through Destinations Career Academy provides an excellent, unique, modern approach to online instruction that can help you launch a lifelong career. The program packages project-based learning with a technology-based education that prepares students for the digital workplace of the future. In addition to online classes, students have the opportunity to have an in-person and hands-on experience, including job shadowing, internships, and student organizations. Something else Destinations Career Academy does is it closes the skills gap. In 2018, there was a skills gap of 4.4 million job openings across the United States. 1/4 of those, or 1.1 million, were in healthcare. With the education and training that students receive from that program, work towards closing this gap can be made. This program provides you with a head start on your career while you're still in school. You're not just sitting through lectures each day, you get to switch it up and hear from exciting speakers and amazing opportunities. Each year, Destinations Career Academy hosts Job Shadow Week, which connects students and professionals in industries across the country with diverse career paths. One of the speakers this past year was Chief Human Resources Officer at the George Washington University Medical Facility Associates. Definitely a great resource if you're looking for a job. And there have been unique programs for students pursuing a future in the healthcare field. Recently, they held a contact tracing webinar with experts from leading institutions across the country, including Johns Hopkins University and UNC Chapel Hill. But don't just take it from me. There are plenty of other reasons to consider the healthcare pathways offered by Destinations Career Academy. Take a listen to this clip from Vive Palmer, a healthcare pathway student at Destinations Career Academy of Colorado.
My name is Vive Palmer. I am a junior at Destinations Career Academy of Colorado, and I chose the healthcare pathway because I really admire the nurses and the doctors, especially right now during the pandemic when it is some pretty scary times. And I also really enjoy helping people, and what better way to help them than with their health. And I really want to be an inspiration to those who don't think that they can do it.
And I saved the best for last. The cost of this program? It's tuition free. Destinations Career Academies are online public schools, which means that your families don't have to pay tuition. There are Destinations Career Academy programs across the United States. To find one near you and to learn more about what it can do for you, visit www.destinationsacademy.com. And that is 5 ways on how you can make your future career pandemic-proof, and how Destinations Career Academy can help you find a clear path forward to a successful future. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe. And if the healthcare field just doesn't seem right for you, feel free to check out our channel and explore the many pathway options that Destinations Career Academy has to offer.